Hello 7th standard students. Today we will start our new chapter, that is chapter number 7, and its name is electricity and magnetism. So first of all, in this chapter I have first topic, law of magnetism. So what is the definition of law of magnetism? Like poles repel each other and unlike poles attract each other. First of all, you understand what are the poles. I have one magnet here, and in every magnet we have two poles. One have north and second one is south. So see in this bar magnet, in this magnet, when I try to break this magnet into two pieces, it has also two poles, that is north pole, south pole, and again north pole and south pole. See here I have two diagrams. First is unlike poles attract and second one is like poles repel. So it means that when the north pole of one magnet is suspended here, that is freely moved, and second I keep in my hand. So when the north pole of the one magnet is brought near the north pole of the other magnet, suppose here when one means to say north pole of the one magnet brought near the north pole of the other magnet. So what we can see here, because they have similar poles, so similar poles means same poles, same charge of poles means they are repel each others. So similarly, if I talk about the south pole of the one magnet is brought near the south pole of the other magnet, then these are like poles or they have similar, so they are also repel each other. So like poles repel each other. Repel means they are move away from it. Second one, see in this, unlike poles attract. So if I have one bar magnet, that is keep in my hand, when I brought this magnet near the north pole of the means to say south pole of the other magnet, so this is the north pole, this is the south pole, because they are unlike and they are different poles, so they are attract each other. Similarly, if the north pole of the one magnet is brought near the other means to say other magnet of the south pole, so they also attract each other because they are different. So unlike poles attract each others. So in the second one, to demonstrate and explain the law of magnetism, I'll show one diagram and activity that is clear to you. So see in these diagrams, I have two laboratory stands, two bar magnet that are freely suspended with the help of string with laboratory stands. So first of all, the magnet which is suspended, that is comes at the rest position, and when I bring the north pole of the other magnet to near the north pole of this magnet, because they have similar charge, so they repel each other. And in the second one, you see when I brought the north part of the one magnet that is suspended, and second one is the south pole of the other magnet, so they are attract each other. Similarly, in other magnet, if I have here north and here south, so they are also attract each other. So the result is this, कि in this activity, if they are like poles, if north are there or you can say south are there, so they are similar, means they are like poles, so they repel each other. And if the north south or south north is there, so they are attract each other. Now come to the interesting facts. Birds have some magnetic crystal inside their bodies which help them to find their directions themselves. Means with the help of that magnetic crystal that is present inside the bird's body, so with the help of them they choose their directions. Now our next topic is Shor test or test for a magnet. So what is the short test of a magnet? How we can explain it with the help of some simple examples. So first of all, repulsion along with the directional property is the sure test of the magnetism. So one question is arise here, can attraction be a sure test of magnetism? So let us try to give the answer of this question. We know from the science of our previous classes study means every object attract other object of the in this universe with some gravitational forces there. For example, apple falling from the tree towards the earth. Why? Because some gravity is there, some gravitational force is there. Because of pull of the earth attract the apple towards downward. So that means it have gravitational force. See here, I have two examples. First is plastic combs and some paper bits are there. So electric force can be attractive. For example, when a plastic comb has been used for dry hairs and when you comb the dry hairs with this plastic comb and after that you means to say close with this bits of the papers means it start picking of the papers and the dust. So means in this plastic comb some charge is there, so that's why it attracts these bits of the paper. Next one, a magnet also attracts magnetic material like iron, nickel, cobalt. Suppose this is a magnet, this is a bar magnet, and it also attracts that particular material which have magnetic properties. So due to this, we have two questions arise. Falling apple and earth attract each other, we know very well. Then should we say that apple is a magnet? So we can say answer is no. A charged comb attract bits of the paper, so then should we say the comb is magnet? No. So we know that the poles of the magnet repel each other if they have similar charge, or if they have means to say different or unlike charge, so they are attract each other. So repulsion along with the directional property can be used to show test of the magnetism. So let us give some simple example with the help of bar magnet. So in this example, we have to test whether the given rod is magnet or not. So how we can check it, the given magnet is the given rod is magnet or not? So first of all, material required is two given rods of similar look, a magnet, string, hook, marker, and one laboratory stand. So hang one of the given rod from the middle with the help of this hook, string, and the laboratory stand. So bring the magnet near both of the ends of the rod one by one. First of all this end and after that this end. So if there is attraction in the both cases and the given rod is not resting, means they are moving and they are not in rest position, so it may be in any particular direction, so then we can say that this given rod is not a magnet. So similarly, bring the magnet near the both end of the rod one by one, means again this end with the help of this end, and after that what we see, if there is attraction in this case of one end and repulsion in the case of the other end. In one case we have a repulsion and in another case we have attraction. So rod rest in a particular direction, means it is in the rest position. So then we can say that the given rod is a magnet. So what is the result in these repulsions? So means repulsion along with the directional property is a sure test of the magnetism. Thank you, students.